I'm Pete Lehner, and today we're going to learn how to take down a 2011 Jayco 1007. First thing you want to do is make sure the inside of your camper is clean and dry. You're going to disconnect any of your water and electric, and then let your sink drain to the outside. What I've done here already, we've zipped up all of our windows, and I'm going to turn the pump position to off. Don't forget, in case there's a problem. This here, pump position is in off. Then I'm going to make sure my lights are turned off, so we're not draining our battery. And we're going to make sure that. Alright, next we have tables. We've laid them flat like this. And you're going to make use of all this extra space underneath to store whatever you have. Outside mat, chairs, this fits a pack and play, bins, etc. Once you do that, we are going to fold our sink down, like so. Faucets are in the off position. Fold this down. Great place to put the stove. We're going to put that right in here, as well as this leg for this table. We're going to put that right in here. And next, we are going to lay the cushions down flat. And it's important that they do not come up above this point, because your beds are going to come over this position. So your cushions have to lay nice and flat. Alright, notice that this table, the legs are up. That gives you more clear space under this table. So that's a choice of yours. That works for me. Get more stored underneath. Alright, we have our cushions laid flat. Next thing you're going to do is we're going to take this door off. So you pull these pins back. Down here, turn these to upright to loosen the door, and then I'm going to push the Velcro out and use my head to stabilize this. Go all the way back. Then the top of this door here, this little ledge, mine happens to be, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to lift this up and turn it over. And then we have these snaps here. Snap that. And like so. So at this point, one thing I wanted to mention is your fridge. You need to decide if you have food in it, you can switch it to the gas position, light that, and get your fridge cooling. Alright. Next, we're going to undo the Velcro on these that are covering these rods. We're calling them rods. Okay, on all four. Pardon the background noise. Alright, we're at the back side of the camper doing these last two flaps. Now we've done these, and I'm going to do this, which I mentioned to do earlier. Your city water connection, your sink drain, I'm going to remove that. Let it drain fully. Let that drain for a minute. Disconnect our electric. Push that back in. Hold your little flap. And plug the drain. And put the cap back onto your water storage tank. Alright. Before we can push the beds in, we're almost at that point. You're going to unvelcro all four sides, two on each side of the bed. like so. Alright, now we're ready to get underneath and use my back to lift the bed. And we need to release this, which is always hard. There you go, there's one. Put it in position here. Then the second, again using my back. Then you slowly drop it, slowly turn this over, and push this button here. This one is ready to be pushed in. We'll go ahead and do that. Lift a little bit.
I am ready.
Alright, I forgot a critical thing earlier on when we were removing or putting our cushions flat. This is where you would take down this rod that supports the canvas. It unsnaps from here, and there's a push button on this rod itself. We're going to store it underneath the mattress, like so. Then I'm going to release the canvas from the corner, and I could do this from the outside. I may choose to do that. Oh, I got it. Alright, so release the canvas. There. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Get up here, push the button, lower it down, pull forward. You just pull this off, drop the rod, release the canvas from the corners, like so. Then we're going to store. You're going to want to be careful. This can be sharp on your mattress underneath, so just put it underneath carefully, like that. The shorter one's a little easier. Alright, now we're ready to go back outside and push the beds in. Alright, so you're just going to kind of bring the canvas in. You're going to shake off any extra debris. You can see mine needs a cleaning. We'll do it at a later time. Debris. This particular model, the back side is sewn in, so you're not un-velcroing. Other models, they do that. In this case, this stays just like that. Just gonna push things in, like that. Now, gently lift a little bit. You should not have any resistance. I mean, I'm pushing. If you have resistance, check on the inside to make sure you don't have fabric or cushions in the way. Going all the way over the edge, lower this. Make sure this here is down. This keeps the rain out. And again, I'm going to take our canvas, fold it in. It's a windy day. The wind's not helping right now. Alright, we're going to go to the other side. Do the same. Then lift this up, lift the edges up of the canvas, and now I'm gonna lift. Nope, my error. Here you go. Get underneath, use your back, release that rod. We're gonna undo this one. There you go. Spin him around. Oop, wrong way. There we go. Put the pin in. Snap. Snap. You wouldn't have gone far without doing that. Alright, now we're ready to push. Lift up. Push evenly forward. I'm going to make sure there's nothing in the way. I saw a little bit of resistance, so we're going to pause. I'm going to make sure we don't have anything in the way. I went back in and checked. Everything was clear, but I was a little concerned because of the resistance I was feeling. At this point, before I push the bed all the way in, I can store whatever miscellaneous items you want to place in here. This is the grill and the bin. And we have one more item here. Fits exactly right, but it has to go in first. It will, I don't think it fits under the bed so well. If you wanted access to the fridge during your trip, you'd obviously have to keep this clear. In this case, we don't, so we'll be fine. So I'm going to finish pushing the bed in. Again, push evenly. If you torque one side more than the other, I mean, you could bend the rail system that this is on. I'm going to shove this in here. If you had to do this and it was wet and rainy, you'd want to open this up as soon as possible after the end of your trip. Alright, everything is in. We're good. We're almost ready to lower. Step can be pushed in. Suppose our door can go on. There you go. I'm going to start lowering. This is the power lift. Push the bottom button in. The top button, push down for down, push the up position for up. We're going to push down, and down she comes. About halfway through, I may adjust the canvas about halfway down, and again as we get closer to the end. Alright, I'm going to start walking around, and I'm just going to push the canvas in a little bit. I'm going to do this one more time before we push it, close it all the way. Start pushing, come around here. Push this in, it'll fold a lot better. Hold it in. Pushing the canvas at a diagonal away from the corners as much as possible. This here I'm going to lift and shove it in. Okay. Okay, and go the rest of the way. I'm going to stop one more time and push the canvas in. You do not want to pinch the canvas against the roof. That could damage it. So you can see the little LED glowing from the radio. That just runs non-stop. When you're done camping and you're stowing this camper, it's a good idea to install a battery kill switch. It costs you $10 on Amazon, and that will just stop any small electrical consumption that could be draining your battery, such as this battery or this radio, the little LED light on the CO detector, and anything else that I'm not aware of. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna lower the roof here. And at about 8 to 10 inches from the bottom, I'm gonna stop again and push the canvas in. Right about here. It's actually in pretty good shape. Good here. This little cord, I'm gonna shove that in here. Make sure it stays in. There we go. Come on. There we go. This cord. Just get it in there. Alright. See if we can make the final push. There's a few few more pieces sticking out. I'm going to walk around, make sure we don't have any more. Good here, clear, clear, good. See this little piece, we'll shove him in. Alright, we're done. So now, very important step, we need to latch and secure the roof. You lift this up, set it here, then push this bottom piece up. If you're worried about someone breaking into your pop-up camper, this is where you'd put a lock. I'm going to do that on all sides. Sometimes you have to push down on the roof to get it pushed down all the way. This is just fine here. Spin. We're good. And one more. That. Like so. Next, in your door, this was the rod that is used. It's the stove support rod. When you are placing your stove on the outside of your camper right here. Before we started this video, I'd removed that already, but this is where this rod goes. This is what you need. Right now we're going to lift these jacks up all the way. One. Two. Here's your spare tire. Three. And four. As I do this, I just remembered at the very beginning of the video, this is your ceiling fan. We should have made sure it was closed and tight. I had done that but forgot to tell you guys, so you're learning about it now. Don't forget to close this. If you do, you have to raise a lot of this up, close it, and then do the process over. At this point, you're ready to back your vehicle up, hook it up to the camper using your chains and your pins and all that. When you are done with that, then, and only then, you would remove your wheel chocks, like so. You remove all four of them. I'm going to not take them off because I don't have the vehicle on, but you remove your chocks and you use a 5-gallon bucket such as this. These are the last things you put in the camper. Your wheel chocks, your focus on the hitch. This here, this block, you'd put that in last position. These are the last things you do. These are your to adjust the horizontal on your back wheels. You'd place all this in here, and we are ready to go. Thanks for watching.